Hopefully everyone can hear me just right. Before I do that, need to... Yep, you made it just in time, Dynasty. Hey, everybody out there. My name is Dragnix, and this is a little bit of a different stream. I know, I've been doing it more on Twitch for the last month, but decided to do it on YouTube just to say, change things up a little bit. Before I begin, though, some news from the entertainment and gaming world. Hopefully everyone can hear me and I'm going to get rid of the echo here. Nintendo has released a policy on their YouTube saying that people can I'll turn it up. Game-wide, oh, you can only barely hear me, really? How about now? Up that a little bit. That probably is better. Hopefully. Streamception. Yeah, that didn't help. Hopefully that is good. But Nintendo just released a revised policy for anybody who knows about Nintendo. They had their creators program. They basically just said, you know what? We're okay with you streaming anything or playing anything going forward, and that's nice to see. Now, granted, they put a caveat in there, any games that are not released yet, you know, you're not allowed to do that, which, okay, that makes a lot of sense, but, yeah, that's nice to see. Anyway, Killer7, Suda51. It is a game that I have learned, it's an action-adventure game. It's supposed to be a little bit off the wall, very similar to a lot of Suda51 titles like No More Heroes. I've always been interested about this game because I've heard good cult things about it, but to be honest with you, I don't know a lot about it. It's more so of that, oh, one of these days I'll play it, and well, that day is today. And hopefully the volume is... we're gonna play normal for the time being. Hopefully that sound is okay. I'm concerned, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Oh, okay, I need to shoot the person who was doing the weird looking at hand and flexing their fingers things. Yeah, I think they put that part in particular with the pre-game stream because of all the Smash leaks, which people have not been happy with to begin with because people are spoiling story mode and not really putting spoilers on it. So I could see why people or why Nintendo would be like, hey, hold on a second, that's not cool. Personally, I don't think it's cool either. I mean, if you're going to pre-stream something, I mean, if you want to show people gameplay, I can understand that a little bit, but... Oh. Okay, Christopher Mills, and these guys are obviously... Okay, they're just walking off. No problems. No issues. Gotta say, the cell shading is a little weird with his, like, body being so dark in the front. I mean, I'm all for a cell shading style. They said that that is okay, too. They say they actually encourage things like that. Although, I think if you do it, like... If you just play like the stream, like a reaction type video, you're gonna run into a problem. Like if you just play it the entire way through with only minimal sound effort over it. The emotions on the face.
And the devil have mercy.
The brown eyes is a little bit unwielding. I mean, I like cell shading styles. It can give a lot of life to things. Yes, I would like to learn the controls because I've never played this game. Ooh, this is an interesting perspective. Interesting. This is definitely a different type of gameplay. Okay, we're gonna see how this works out. So a third-person perspective, but under their, like, below them. That's interesting. Oh, you beat the last boss of Ultra Despair's Girls last night? Oh, cool. Wait, didn't you just beat the first one?
You don't want to go any further. It's dangerous. My friends are all dead.
That is such a kiddie voice.
By people that look like this. I have been chosen.
Oh. Okay.
Shit. There's more than 14. Those bastards are breeding.
Okay, Dan Smith. Okay, you obviously know more about this, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on, but sure. What? Master, we're in a tight spot. A real tight spot. I don't necessarily approve of the outfit, but okay, sure. I thought you just beat Monica. Not Monica. I thought that was one of the... Oh, no, was she one of the first ones? No, she wasn't. Straight ahead, the enemy. Let the bad bloodbath begin. Okay, sure. I mean, I don't know anything what's going on in this world or anything, but this is sort of from what I would expect from Suda51, because they just threw you into the game into No More Heroes as well. Okay, sure, let's save. I like the fact that I don't have a memory card, but you still tell me about it, sure. I have to spit on the ground, too. No, let's... So we only go one way. It's a linear type system. That's an interesting change up. Okay, so... What am I missing here? I'm obviously missing something. Okay. Okay, there we go. That is a little bit weird in terms of the interface. It takes a little bit of... Oh. Okay. No, not really. I just wanted to see things a little bit differently. In terms of how they played it. I don't think I understood the controls. Okay. All right. There we go. Who's the best female character in Shaq Fu: A Realm Reborn? Is it the taco? It's no one. No one's the best character in Shaq Fu. Yeah, I realized I didn't scan it, and that's what I'm realizing, that I maybe looked over the controls really quickly. I'm fascinated by the look of this in terms of, like, it's got that, like, office structure to it, but there's something unique about it, and I can't put my finger on it. You don't remember? Your chief killed me? Oh. So these are the dead that we're dealing with? Let's be told. Okay, well, at least we're honest with each other. Yeah, you probably are. You don't have eyes. Your eyes almost look like mouths, so... Nope. Nope, that's not what I wanted. No, Dynasty, no taco butt. Can I skip this? I already saw this. Okay, there we go. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Maybe... There we go. So you're just having fun there. I noticed that like if I held down the A button, it wanted to like automatically select it when I ran into things. I wonder if that has something to do with me having the control started with the keyboard and then moving to the controller. The bullets were left behind by the master, so the servants searched for them tirelessly. Soul shells. Okay, so that's obviously something, a collectible of some sort. Harmon's obviously important, but can I just shoot? Oh, okay. He's just hanging out. That's not... The mayhem is out of control because you keep on telling me that things are a problem. Use the R and press the Y button 3 times. When the test tube fills with the blood, you can fire a deadly shot. Okay, so you have a meter, devil's bullets. Okay. R, Y, you can only fire with enough blood. And then, who is Harmon? I mean, obviously you're going to tell me soon, but... Okay. I'm assuming. Okay, so they've got weak spots. Okay, sure. I like how it actually stops you to reload. Okay, and you're in the face. Okay, so it's weak point based gameplay. Sure. Interesting. It's sort of a rail shooter, sort of not. And I don't know what I think about that. I mean, like, it's unique. And the fact that this is a was originally a console game, that makes me even more interested. That's fine, Dynasty. I just wanted to stream a little bit tonight. I like how his shirt has absolutely nothing to do with what he's talking about. The eyes still creep me out. There's something about people without having any eyes that like immediately like I'm just like no. Okay. A soul shell. Okay, sure. With a paragraph symbol. I mean, that was absolutely needed. So I have a soul shell now, but I'm not sure what exactly that means. No. No. Okay, so I was pressing forward. That's probably why. Okay, so you should be the map. Interesting. Out of all your fans, who would you say is the biggest fan of our JRPG? You, by far. Yeah, the GameCube controller. I could see why that would be. Like the GameCube controller, for all the differences that it had, like it felt like the most interesting in terms of the like its ability to change things up in terms of like the type of games that you could play on it. Like Metroid Prime, for example, I never felt like, you know, I needed a mouse and keyboard. I could play a first person with Metroid Prime with the GameCube controller. Because I think you jump on JRPGs more than anybody else. I mean, it seems to be your favorite genre. You talk about it the most. I think Killzone is up there too. But I think you've played the most and you have the most knowledge about them and you follow them the most. Okay. Oh. Oh. Well, that just seems like that's not a fun time. No. There we go. There's your arm, and there's your head, and there's your legs. And please don't get any closer. Okay. I'm assuming that the game will, at some point... Oh, Harmon. Harmon's an actual... Okay. Okay, so it's giving me the serums. Sure. I really just want to get into the gameplay a little more.
Wait here.
Select personality and press select. So I can change characters at some point?
I'm a cleaner.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
Don't make me say it again.
Wait here.
I've changed my makeup.
What did you say?
Later.
So they all have their own different power
Don't make me say it.
elements.
Don't make me say it again.
Wait here.
I've changed my makeup.
Interesting.
Wait here.
Ranked. Top villains? That is, I mean, Monokuma obviously is number one. There's no doubt about that. But who? Honestly, Kefka is one that comes to mind right away. Oh, nope. From Final Fantasy VI. Just because of how chaotic and yet how interesting the character ended up being. Let's go East Hallway. Okay, so the sound cue for somebody is the laugh. Okay, that's cool. I thought I heard another laugh, but apparently not. I keep on hitting the X button. Can we really say Monokuma and not Junko? Yes, I think that's reasonable. I think Monokuma itself. I think Monokuma itself is it's the idea. Like Junko is the sort of chaos behind everything, but really when it comes down to it, it's not who you're facing most of the game. It's Monokuma. And it's the idea of the despair game, which is why Monokuma is the real villain in my mind. Junko is the mastermind behind Monokuma, but she's not the one that prods you and pokes you, and it's not the idea of Junko herself necessarily. It's the fact that Monokuma is the killing game. I checked the candlesticks. Okay. In terms of other villains, trying to think of alternative ones that don't necessarily come to mind. Let me think about this. Demons lust for blood. Okay, sure. If I brave shoot the mask, this seems like... Hold on. I have to deal with this guy first, then I'll shoot your mask. Well, you told me to shoot the mask, and now you're just flipping me off. Well, that's just rude. Insufficient flame. Okay, so I need flame. Sure. What about the air conditioner? Air conditioning units shut off. Okay. I don't know what that did, but that seems important. You'll have to remind me in Valkyrie Chronicles, because it's been a while on that one. trying to think of good villains that were complex. I could see your teeth, I think. It's sort of disturbing. Or it's your skull? Is that your skull? I'm gonna assume it's your skull. Man, I'm gonna. It's hard to keep. I have to give streamers credit because, like, when you give questions like that in the middle of things like this, I mean, it's very, very easy to get lost in a good game and then be like, wait, what was I doing in terms of questions? Major tight spot. Let's see. Villains. I keep on going back to Final Fantasy series, but Kefka is such a interesting villain that like everybody else doesn't look like anything in retrospect. Mass Effect, no. It's probably symbolism in the white eyes. Let me think here. Ganon's not. I mean, he's an interesting character at times. The problem is that when is he interesting and when is he not?
Later.
So is it possible that these all people have different abilities? Personalities. Let's look at that. Master, we're in a tight spot. I wish I could just change through each individual line. Andrew Ryan is an interesting one. I don't know if I would put him in the top 5. It's hard for me to figure out what the top 5 is off the top of my head at the moment, but the problem with me saying Ridley from Metroid is that part of it is the fact that you have to understand the backstory of why Ridley is this, giant creature, and you don't necessarily want to you don't necessarily want to think, oh, it's just a big dinosaur, but he has a little bit more motivations. Ow. All you need is blood. Oh, hey, it's this guy again. I figured that there would be. I'm like looking around at my room and trying to think of games that I've played. Like a lot of the villains that I can think of are like from older games that it like are escaping my mind at the moment. Looking around. Into the library. Interesting. So I'm assuming... So they're all colored, so I'm assuming that there's some way to get to them. Like colored switches of some sort. Okay, I don't need Harmon's room already. Oh, there's a guy flying in the background. That seems reasonable. What's in the dryer? It's a head! Oh, snap. Emojis? I am fascinated by this. Why are you eating an eyeball? What is that thing? Is it a jawbreaker? What is going on? Oh, it's a ring. A fire ring. Well, how rude. I was trying to make sure that you didn't get in a tumble dry situation. But you know what? You know what? Oh, you're not going to let me. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming that upstairs there'll be something that'll drop down. Okay. Oh, Delilah. Yeah, Delilah's a good one. That's actually a very good one. I'm seeing the FCUs here, the fan coil units, and I'm getting triggered by work earlier today. Zant? Honestly, the problem with Zant is that Minno was such an interesting character that she outshined him in every way. At least in my opinion. All right, let's go into... No. Let's change personalities. Obviously, you want us to do this, so...
Don't make me say it again. I'm a cleaner.
Wait here.
I've changed my makeup.
What did you say?
Later.
Let's go with the cleaner.
Don't make me say it again.
So I wonder if each of these characters have special abilities of some sort, or... Like, the linear gameplay and, like, not telling you anything is working somehow. Usually it wouldn't for me. Ow. Ow. Battle control 1. If this... oh, it's got plus C lines. Wait, what? Wait, hold on a second. What language is this? This language in the corner here. What the fuck is this? Items. Vision ring. Okay. Okay, so I'm spending some blood to recover. That's all right. I don't recommend going with Garcia, and he's a cleaner, not a fire. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I will take your word for it. I am enjoying Trials in the Sky. I just haven't gotten much farther into it. I've been trying to focus on the Wandersong review, and there's a lot going on from all the other elements in my life.
Don't make me say it again. I'm a clean.
I've changed my makeup. Did you notice? Men. They
Okay, so hold on.
Wait here.
What did you say?
Okay, so I can give... I see. A charge shot? Okay, interesting. None. Yeah, but like it's fascinating. Like, there's so many little elements that they've put into the game that, like, just basic elements, but they work. Did I play for a laugh? Probably not. Yeah, go ahead, Demon. Just so that we get a little bit more effort, or a little bit more speed out of this.
Wait here.
I've changed my makeup. Did you notice? Men. They never notice these kinds of things.
So each of them have their own ability. So she's got... Okay, now I've given her a fire ring. I don't know what the... Oh, wait, fire. The candles. Duh. What is the best bad game? That's so bad it's amazing. Why does she have blood on her?
Hurts, doesn't it?
Guardian revives your character when they died, but if Garrison dies, game over. Coyote Smith opens padlocks. Okay, that's good to know. As for Kade, they tell you later. Oh, okay. But I have the fire ring now, so... Fire Wing Howls. Okay, so having the item activated it. Of course we're gonna flush the toilet. Why would we not flush the toilet? Toilet flushed! I love how, like, little simple things on Suda51 games is like they're drawn attention to, like, oh hey, this is important. Wait, where was that item? Where did it drop from? Was it downstairs? Oh, no problems. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that at this point, that you weren't native. Your English is just fine. Probably better than mine, to be honest with you. You should hear me try to talk on a regular basis. As Andrea well knows. South side. Okay, sure. Carrier pigeon. Oh, that's adorable. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and many thanks for choosing me for the job. My name is Johnny Gagan, otherwise known as the Speedster. I get excited when I slit a guy's throat. I know that may be sick, but I do the best work in town. Well, if you're passionate about your job, I suppose. This is a report on the job. I'll show you like what I have to say. I watch them like a hawk, so I think our hefty reward is in order. There are 7 in the Smith Syndicate. Dan Smith, who uses a large caliber rifle. Katie Smith, who uses a large automatic rifle. Con Smith, who uses 2 full auto pistols. Master Smith, who uses grenades. Kevin Smith, who uses knives. Coyote Smith, who uses a modified gun. Garcian Smith, who uses a small pistol. They're an armed force that rivals a smart army. You want to be on the bad side. In conclusion, it is the interest of the United States to keep them around. There's no telling when they could. Wow, that's a lot of exposition. Is the paragraph symbol really necessary? Well, I'm loving it so far because it's got an interesting gameplay premise. It is different. It's something that I haven't seen like this style before in terms of the gameplay mechanic and the camera angles. The camera angles are just weird, but they're like fascinating. So is there drop off?
Hurts, doesn't it?
Ah. There's a detective-like story. You're trying to piece things together. You're still flipping me off. That's not cool. I wasn't even the one who did. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to go that way. It was locked from the other side. Oh, well. I guess I'm not going that way. Wait, isn't the room that I want here? Fire Ring House. Yeah, that's what I figured. Ooh. What's this? Odd engraving. The air conditioner is still off. I'm gonna leave it off because it was originally on.
Doesn't it?
The sound he makes is a little terrifying. Like, getting used to that control scheme is a little bit strange, but I could see it working.
Doesn't it?
Okay, that's not what I wanted. It's like getting to those rooms in question.
Doesn't it?
Uh-oh. That seemed like it would be something for me to cue in on, but apparently not. I also like the fact that there is limb damage. Is this one of the first games with limb damage? I can't think of one off the top of my head that does that like that. Let's go south hallway. Go back to the lobby. Am I able to leave? I'm assuming no. Yeah, no. There's nothing this way. Why is like the little touches, like, okay, she's obviously a little bit off because she's got the blood on her dress. What, Samantha? Okay, oh, that's save. I'm getting a little bit used to it. Let's also... So, there was a locked thing.
I've changed my...
So, I think it was Coyote you said that had the... Hold on, yeah, opens padlock. Padlocks. So, let's choose him for the time being. Actually, before we do that... What's by so bad it's amazing game?
What did you say?
It's a very good question. Down attack. Okay, sure. Orion. If Andrea remembers it, it's the dinosaur game that basically it was so bad, but it was so hilarious most of the time. Like nothing worked, but yet it worked enough. Okay. Do you have monkey arms too? Is this why we have to fire so oddly? I mean, we're not a gangster, we know this, but... I forget if we can go through this door. No. Okay. I just wanted to check to see if that door was open in some capacity. A Dino Beatdown, yeah. That was one of those games where it just like there's no reason for it to exist and keep on existing, but it was so bad that I had a hilarious time with it. Well, that's rude. I'm rude. Jetpack finding dinos. Yeah, when the jetpacks barely worked and then you got eaten by a dinosaur and it was just like, what? I know there's a padlock around here somewhere. Yeah, I mean style over functionality, but that's the thing. Like, I see this working functionally too. Like, I see the purpose of the limb portion. I see the purpose of like how this could work. No, please. I do not want to be attacked by a bat again. Let's talk serious for a second. Heaven smile, they're holy warriors. Oh. I have unlimited ammo, but I have to reload. At least from what I see. Don't hear anybody else. I'm still trying to think of your villains. Trying to think of other games. The problem is I want to say I want to say Zero. No, not Zero. Dr. Wily, and like no. Dr. Wily ends up just not working because he's too incompetent.
You're fucked.
Okay. Wait, what? Did that trigger a specific cutscene, or is that an ability, or I'm not exactly sure how I did that, but okay, sure. Where was that padlock? No, I will not go to the title screen. Bird. Interesting. Was it down here? No. Oh, that was the down attack. Okay, cool. Okay, so the object fell down here. Odd engraving. Okay. Did I ever play Octopath Traveler? Not yet. I want to. But like most games, I just don't have a lot of time. Was it this way? Hold on. Oh, no. It doesn't allow me to go that way. Okay, fine. Yeah, there we go. There's the padlock. Fallout 76, my God, on every level. Like, I don't think I've seen a game like really destroy. Oh, this. It just take me back to this room. Okay, fine. So you are the worthless loser. What a pitiful existence. I am the true mask. And I shall guide you. The Ring of Fire and numbers shown on the candlesticks from 1 to 5. Follow the order and ignite the flame. Okay, I just did that. Not necessarily destroy its fan base, because I still think people want more Fallout. Just destroy the reputation of a company. Like, if Bethesda going into Fallout 76 was probably one of the top, like, if people said, oh, what's your best example of a AAA company, Bethesda was probably one of them. And I don't think so anymore. Ow. Well, almost got them all. Obviously, this guy's gonna give me a hint, so. Is it a meme company? Like, they still. they ended up making or helping to produce Doom. I mean, and that's still going to be a very, very. I can't see that game going bad at this point. The funny thing is, if you ask me what my favorite company is right now, I wouldn't be able to tell you one. Because I feel like so many elements change over years that it's hard for me to say, oh, yes, you know, Sukaban Games is the best company. They are one of my favorites, I'll say that, but best, I feel like, no, it changes on a daily basis. Bethesda stuff works. Yeah, under the Bethesda umbrella. We went that way. I just realized that I didn't listen to anything he said. I was too busy thinking of things. I'm... Spike Chunsoft is close. Honestly, Spike Chunsoft is one of my favorites. Right. And I shall guide you. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention this time. Oh, that's probably why I didn't pay attention. A toilet full of water. The toilet water flushes away the coat of arms. So I'm thinking I need one more item just by the placement of those things, but I may be completely wrong. Spike Chunsoft is definitely up there though. Fruitback Factory is definitely one that's up there. So I like a lot of smaller indie companies, so they don't have necessarily the resources to make like 20 games a year or anything like that. So they have less chances to screw up, I guess. Remind me what Black Forest Games made. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, and it's coming. It's coming in with a blank. Let's. I actually do think Square Enix is one of the better ones. They're the most consistent in my eyes, even with saying that The Quiet Man was a horrible, horrible tragedy. Oh, no, I'm gonna pass on Accolade in Black Forest. Yeah, they may have done Gina's Sisters, but we all know what else they made. Oh, wait a minute. I swear there was something on my map that yeah. Oh, but that's after the book. Yeah, The Quiet Man was not a fun experience reviewing. Let's just put it that way. I feel sorry for experimental games in the future because I feel like they've been inevitably tarnished by the idea of the Quiet Man. Okay, I just need to find the staircase. That's not what I wanted. What else did they make? Whatever could you mean? Yeah, about that. Okay. I am missing something. Missing something rather important. Book self-arrangement complete. Yeah, there's like, there's so many, it's a multi, like, directional on-rails game, which is unusual, but... Let's see. Like, it takes a little bit of getting used to in terms of the directional portion. Let's go west. Oh, hey, Azarzu. Oh, of course for plot reasons. But you've got the plot reasons here. You obviously have the bondage going on right here. I did not play the VR version. I do not have any VR on my side. I want to get some someday, but... Okay, so that's why it showed the the mask. That was close. Oh, another carrier pigeon. Hey, carrier pigeon. Emmer, we have a problem. A terrible thing has happened. Pussy. I can hardly believe it. The money is not in my account. I need your help. You got my message, didn't you? I trusted you. Now don't let me down. Promise me. Wire the money immediately. $125 is peanuts, I'm telling you. The thing with the VR portion is that there have been games that have made me want to, like, take a look at them, like Beat Saber. Like, that rhythm game with the PlayStation Move. I'm like, okay, I could see myself getting into it. But I don't think VR is a fad. And you want to know why? Because you're seeing a lot more... You're seeing a lot more porn going out with VR now. And I don't think that is going to be something that goes away. Because we all know, I'm gonna show my age here for a second, but if you remember the old VHS versus Betamax discussion, there were two formats back in the days where you actually had to record things on these tape-like things. May have been before your guys' time, but the thing is that if you looked at the formats, the Betamax was actually a lot better overall. It had a better quality. It had better, pretty much everything. But you'll be wondering, well, wait a minute, what is going on? Why did Betamax, if it was the superior product, why didn't it win? It didn't win because VHS was the easier one to do the porn on. And guess what happened? So, despite companies may be trying to censor it, but let's be perfectly honest, this is the internet era where you can try that all day, but people will find a way. Okay, so up we go. I like how he takes his time on each individual stair as a masked luchador. We're gonna actually change up and get I think VR it'll struggle for the next couple years, but I don't think it's going away. At least in my opinion.
Don't make me say it again.
Wait here.
I've changed my makeup.
Sure, let's go with Kevin Smith.
What did you say?
Oh wait, he's the one with the knife. That's weird. Who cares about PS with Sony go? You know, I've heard that and I've seen stories about the whole like crusade against, you know, the censorship and everything, and some reports have been overblown, but other reports have been serious. It's really hard to understand what's going on here. Oh. Well, we didn't do jack shit. You're missing your bottom torso. I'm sorry about that. like, what's fascinating about this game is that it's not telling you everything, but it's telling you enough. Like, okay, these creatures are around, and you're so interested in it, what it's going to do. Like, this is what the Quiet... I can't believe I'm about to make a comparison to the Quiet Man, but... There we go. Let's go that way. What show do you feel the most nostalgia for that nobody remembers, nobody knows nowadays? I'm gonna say Chuck. Hey, don't lose your head over this. Come on. Oh, I need the last luchador again. Shit. I think I do. Okay, so yeah, it wants those specific people. Where am I? Does it actually show me where I am on this map? I don't think so. Okay. I just want to point out that Kevin Smith here is a what the fuck? I see. Okay. That changes a lot. Also Angry Beavers. Also, do a lot of people not remember Hey Arnold? I feel like a lot of people know what Hey Arnold is. I really wish it would... Okay, so that's the save. So, okay, hold on. So we need Kade, is that her name? I remember Doug too, but then again, I was raised on Nickelodeon shows. Let's see. So she's gonna want to go right. How's in what? Disturbing letters written in blood. Okay, cool. How soon is now? Deep. It did. Obviously, I had a point to make. But only 2 letters are written in real blood. The rest are fake. Oh. You need the girl for this one. So, wait. But, okay, so I'm the girl, right? I am using an Xbox One controller, yeah. Okay, thank you. Must have missed that. No. Thanks for that. I will say the game doesn't do a lot to teach you, but it's also oddly charming for doing that. Like this is like Suda 51 games are like when there's conventions that don't necessarily work, it still somehow is effective. And I can't, like, it's hard to put my finger on exactly why. Okay, so let us change. All right, so we exploded the wall. You'll have to remind me. Yeah, padlock. Noted on the special shot. I don't think you're able to unlock it with one hand, just sort of, but ow. Completely missed that guy. LA? I will not mind my manners. There is blood everywhere, and there needs to be a little bit more respect for human life. Oh God, between those three, that's hard to. Okay, let me. You've just came off of Ultra Despair Girls. I'd actually start with Hollow Knight. Well, that was special. No, I did not want to go that way. I keep on wanting to use select as the map. X as the map is weird to me. Okay, so... Darkest Dungeon is one of those games where it's just like, I feel like you have to play with other games just because you will get frustrated by it in a good way, but you will get frustrated by it. I will probably be stopping in 15 minutes. Again, I don't want to stream for too long, but I will be streaming this game again later in the week, probably maybe even tomorrow. It will depend. I do have work early in the morning. I have to get up at 5 and it's 9. You didn't know, you know, if I didn't start hitting things around, I would probably never have realized that there was a map until now.
Later.
And let's give this guy some skills. Let's...
Destiny.
Let's make him speedy.
Don't make me say it again. I'm a cleaner.
Jeez, you still are an ugly fella. How's it been, huh?
So the cleaner is not an attack guy. Okay, that is made obvious with his skills now. The boiler room. Uh-oh. Oh, I wonder what it is. No. I don't know what I would do with the Bubsy key. I feel like I would let it burn. This is where the queen is. It's different than a duplicate. Okay. It's an evolved heaven smile. Ooh. With boosted explosive power. Ooh. You gotta take it out before it gets too close. Okay, yeah, that's been the theme. There, be on top of the Mew the moment you open the damn door. Alright, well. I'm assuming some kind of boss fight's coming up. Yeah, let's keep it with this. Okay, so that other one like acted like a flashbang? Whoa, hello. Went way too fast in that one. I hear. Sound plays such an important role in this game. Oh god, no, get away. I definitely don't see this working without the sound. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, sent the flashed enemies? Okay. We're in a tight spot. There are things are turning in a bad way. I still don't know what you are, but I'm still fascinated by you. If it is criminalized this way and he's protecting him. Ooh, who's him? Wicked bed partners indeed, indeed. Ah, yes. Seek out the soul shells. With soul shells, he'll sure to allow you through the gates. But we have one. In the name of Harmon. I still want to know who Harmon is specifically. Oh, you're the gay. Oh, hi. How are you? Where are my soul shells? What do you not have time for? Okay, so I'm assuming I have to go get more soul shells? I was wondering if there was a way to manually reload, and thank you for telling me that. Let's see. Oh, okay. I need to go back downstairs. Nope.
Fucked.
I guess I completely missed that one. No, I did not want to go in there. Is there a way to stop me from doing that? So I just came from there. So I want to go this way. It's really hard to tell on the map exactly where you are. Wait, hold on. Interesting. Oh. Okay, sure. Make it rain blood. That seems reasonable. Okay, so I have another soul shell. Is there one that I'm missing? I don't think so. You see, this is the kind of game where, like, if you follow my review system, if you follow the fact that I always say that just because I give a game like an 80 or 70 doesn't mean it's not like a fantastic game in other retrospects. The thing is that it's a buyability score, and I could see where people would have some problems with Killer7 here. I do. I could see the angles being weird, like the running into things being, you know, weird and different, and that some of the like little things could bother people. But if I were to score the game, my guess right now is that it would get probably in the 90s. Why? Probably because, well, one, it's a good game, but two, it's such a unique game. Like, in my scoring system, if something is completely different from everything else out there, and in a good way, it would be given a lot more leniency on certain things. Because, again, you're not playing, you know, another Battle Royale game. You're not playing another, like, Batman Arkham Asylum game or Assassin's Creed game. It's something that you know that the experience is going to stand out for you. And I feel like Killer7 is one of these games. Like, I'm surprised that no other games haven't tried to do things like this. The Vincilium Gate. Let me take those. Okay, so we got enough to move on. Okay, so... okay, now we finally get some music. It seems appropriate. Oh, the Coliseum. Okay. I see why it's a cult hit. I see why people are praising it. And unlike like Sunset Overdrive, which I feel like, I know that's a cult hit too, but I do question whether or not it is really a cult hit for the right reasons. I feel like it was a cult hit because it was a good game. It was a game that stood out on a console that hadn't necessarily gotten the unique elements again. Well, so Dynasty, like it's trying to do several different things here, like the character swapping, the information that it doesn't give you that gives you at the same time, the like on rails gameplay, yet it's not necessarily entirely on rails. You have the, you know, branching paths, the different enemy types. I feel like it's twisted basic elements of other genres and just tweaked them just a little bit. Not necessarily like, flipped them on their head, but they've done enough to make the game feel unique on its own. Like, I haven't played a game like this with all this combination of things. Speed smile.
Doesn't it?
Well, so when I mean different, I mean like, well, here's the thing. A lot of games... How is this unique is this game from a story character perspective? Well, the fact that it doesn't introduce you to a lot of things, but lets you sort of let the environment speak for itself. Like, to tell the story. Like, okay, you're Kade right now. Obviously, you're some kind of killer. You have blood on your dress, but you don't know much about them. But what, in terms of the story, like, it's not introducing a lot to you in terms of the elements, but it's introducing enough. It's introducing, like, this is a detective story of sorts. You're trying to piece together, or I shouldn't say detective, an amnesia story. You don't know what's going on. You have absolutely no clue, but you're trying to get little ideas to piece things together. The birds that the carrier pigeons give you a little bit of story here and there, where they tell you, oh, hey, these are, these people, this is, why haven't you paid me? Stuff like that. And you're not given a lot to begin with, but you're given enough where you're like, okay, where's this going? Obviously, it's not done a lot in this first element, but here's the thing: it doesn't need to. It's still engulfing you in its gameplay and its interesting mechanics that you're willing. I'm willing to say, okay, the story hasn't been presented a lot to me at this point, but I'm wanting to see more. I'm wanting to see where it goes next. Oh, okay. Sure.
Don't make me say it again.
There's just enough there where it's like, okay, I'm willing to, play the next chapter to see what else it introduces me. I'm willing to see, hey, this character is interesting. It is Azuruzu or Arazu or however you pronounce it. I want to see what the story behind him is. So there's enough there where I say, okay, I want to see what happens next. Okay. I will give... Yeah, if you use it too much, that happens. Good to know. I want to give my final thoughts for people who are going to watch the VOD on this stream. I will be streaming this again soon, either Thursday or Friday, because I am that interested in this game. The fact that the game has done something so unique is worth it alone. It is something that I have no idea what's going on, but I want to see what else it has to offer me. The gameplay is different enough where it's on an on-rails shooter of sorts, but it's different. It's like, okay, I gotta... Wait, why am I the cleaner? It's got so many questions to it, and yet for some reason I feel like I'm learning more and more just by walking through each segment of the game. The fact is, the presentation's interesting in terms of it keeps things simple, but has little elements that, like, Travis, for example, his shirt changing every single time to something completely off, but it makes you wonder, why is he talking about pillow talk here? Why did he say, sexy things before? Things like that. His eyes not having any you know, actual eyes in them, but what does that symbolize? It's stuff like that where it pokes and prods you. It makes you wonder. And the gameplay does enough where it's like, okay, push me forward to see what happens next. Honestly, I'm confident enough to tell people that performance-wise on the PC, I haven't had any issues so far. The only thing that I may question, and it's something I would have to look into, is, okay, why is the game, like, why do I have these issues where I'm, like, you know, running around the hallways here, and it's giving me these weird, like, where I automatically go into a room. Noted on the kind of important. Also, what is my favorite Warrior of Hope? I gotta think about that one. But I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm going to set up another event to say what the next game that are Killer7 and continue playing this on the channel while working on the Wandersong review. I will put the Discord just in the description of the VOD on this, because, you know, if you want to talk, and I'll answer your question in the Discord Dynasty. So for now, I will say Killer7 is definitely worth a buy. The performance is great on PC. It's interesting, it's different, and most importantly, I'm having a blast with it. And the fact is, in the first 90 minutes, I've been more interested than the entirety of The Quiet Man, and that's not saying much, but I sort of now really feel bad that I actually reviewed The Quiet Man just after playing this. Also, yes, I will save. All right, later.